Big one. Number
Big.
one, let's hear it for ESPY winner, Ilona Maher.
Yeah.
And the ESPY goes to
Ilona Maher.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I feel good, honestly. It was so cool. I kind of was hoping to win. Not like I knew that I'd win, but I was really praying for it. Not praying for it. I was thinking I would win, But it was really good. So I just jotted my speech down. I first wrote it in my journal, then I wrote it on my phone. I sent it to Olivia and Miranda to check over, and then Olivia beautifully wrote it out for me on a piece of paper while I was getting ready. And then I didn't realize other people would read their speeches off of the teleprompter. I didn't know you could do that, but I think it was best because I do better off the cuff and just fresh, free flowing. So I'm happy that I didn't know that there was an option to read off the teleprompter. I think it would have kind of stifled me in my creative freedom.
You were so good at it too. You barely you just referenced it, but then you had memorized most of it. I was very impressed, darling.
Well, I mean, it's the same stuff I always talk about, right? It's nothing new. I think the big thing that I'm happy I got in there was about the World Cup to really point on that.
PSA, there's a Women's Rugby World Cup this year. Probably a lot of you didn't know. The biggest event in women's rugby, starting in about a month. Watch it, tune in. You're not going to understand it the first time you watch it.
And then, my message about muscle.
Strong is beautiful. Strong's powerful. It's sexy. It's whatever you want it to be. And I hope more girls can feel how I feel.
And that's kind of the reason why I chose that dress. So I was styled by Margot Zammit and Adidas. And I wasn't sure about that dress. And we tried on some other stuff, but I actually tried it on the day of that morning before getting ready. And I think we liked it because it was it showed off the muscles. It showed off my body. Was it the most classiest dress? No, probably not. No.
Well,
but I think it was just, for me, it's a sports award. My muscles are the accessory. They really are the reason I'm at that award. So I love that I got to show it in such a way. And also it was a talking piece. People love to talk about it. I got a People article written about it. I've had many people say it wasn't flattering. And honestly, thank you. Keep commenting. Keep saying that stuff. You're helping me. And I was on Vogue Beauty page, so slay.
And I want to thank my haters too because
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Best looks, best beauty looks and everything. I mean, that dress. So Ilona is, as we all know, she's been at rugby camp in the middle of nowhere, East Coast, where it's hot as hell. She's training daily. They are rocking and rolling towards the Rugby World Cup. So there's no time for her to just pop to do a fitting, to try on things, to be make everything perfect. So Margot luckily knows your body, so you've worked with her before for Sports Illustrated and everything. So there was a call to talk about kind of what you wanted. Margot did come down to try on some options. And then ultimately everything had to make its way to Los Angeles, to me, for you to be dressed and ready for the ESPYs here. So dress was one of the options that when we put it on, we were like, oh, there was other options that were lovely and nice and classy, but it just kind of was to me, seeing the other dresses, what I said was, that dress says, oh, Ilona Maher was there. Whereas that dress that you wore, to me, felt like Ilona Maher is here.
Yeah.
And as Adriana, you said it had star power. There was just something to it. It covered all the essentials were covered. I honestly think it had more fabric than some of the other options, frankly. But because of just the style of it, yeah, it seems a bit risque, but I loved it.
I loved it too. I thought it was out there. I loved that my shoulders were on display. My whole back was on display. We did have to check for some nip slips, but we made it through. There was one point where so also after I present my award, I'm about to go back to my seat and they text my agent and are like, hey, don't let Ilona sit down. We might need to present an award. And they asked me if I wanted to. I was like, what am I doing? Of course. And so it turns out I present the Icon Award to Alex Morgan and Diana Taurasi, which is absolutely crazy because it's what do you mean me? I'm presenting it. Those two are icons. It feels like it should be another icon presenting it. So it was just wild that I was chosen to do this to two women who are just have changed the game for years and years and years. But it was so cool to present. to them and to give them the trophies, because I'm like, what is happening right now for these people to know who I am? And then, but as I was going to present, I accidentally like hit somebody and my dress almost moved, and I caught eyes with Sierra and Lindsey Vaughn, and I was like, and they were like, but it was all good. We did it. We, made it through, and it was so cool. It's such a cool time to be in that room of those people and to meet all them and to feel like almost an equal in a way.
I mean, you are, and to me, you are an icon. You've been forging an iconic path for a while now, so you had every right to be presenting that award to those people. That was crazy for me because when you won your award, you obviously go backstage and you do that, and I was in the seat like, hey, and then I was just kind of like there alone. But they bring in seat fillers to come and like fill, seats, like nicely dressed people, which was actually fun all night because I had like 2 different seat fillers throughout the night, like turn to me and be like, I just want to say I love your podcast. I listen to it every week. You and your sisters. I just love it so much. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. So that was really great. But when you were finally back and you were walking by, I thought you were coming back to the seat. So I was trying to record like a fun video of you. And you were like, come here, get over here. And I was like, oh, so I had to like hurdle over the seat filler, follow you upstage. And I was like, what the hell's going on right now? And you're like, I might present an award. I was like, oh, when? And they brought you right to a teleprompter to show you the script, tell you how it's all going to happen. Like, it's live TV. They're like, you're going to walk this way and then you're going to do this. I think you did a great job.
Thank you. I should have paused for effect, but it's okay. It's going to haunt me. It's going to haunt me the rest of my days.
No, I liked it because sometimes these award shows can drag on, but it was like, no, she is getting through this, because it was like a longer speech too that you had to give. So it was like, we all heard the clapping, but you were like, we still got videos to see. They got to give their speech. It wasn't a bad thing that you didn't pause.
And nobody realized that you were not meant to be doing that because you did it so well. I think the ESPYs chose well. What an honor. They saw you speak without a teleprompter so eloquently. They're like, she can do it. What an honor. But I think that, yeah, people couldn't even tell. They just thought that was supposed to be happening. So well done, Ilona.
Mm-hmm. Hey, John was ready with that ESPYs edit, too.
Thank you so much.
How did that give the background though? You made an edit before that. Please.
Yeah, and I think I manifested Ilona's win once I saw Anthony Ramos up on that stage.
Yeah.
For context, it was a Hamilton edit. So I first edited as like a promoting people to, or I first edited a video promoting voting. Jefferson has my vote. That one.
Yeah.
Whatever the one that one's called. And then after Ilona won, I was feeling inspired. I was like, and I was just in a Soul Cycle class where my teacher did Yorktown by Hamilton. And I was like, there's a section in that where it just says, we won, we won, we won. And I was like, let's keep with the Hamilton train. So I found the sketchiest website to download YouTube videos into video files onto my laptop really quickly, grabbed those video files, went into InShot, and just quickly put it all together in like a minute and a half footage it was.
Nice.
You slayed.
It was like 10:30 and I was like, hold up, I got an idea.
When inspiration strikes, you listen.
Gotta. And then I sent it off to Lo. And afterwards I was like, what if this is too in your face, like not like Demure, to be like, we won. Because it's like, obviously, you want to have like grace.
Fuck grace.
Fuck grace. Would a man think that?
Sorry that I won an ESPYs. Sorry it's taken me 7 years and 2 Olympics, like I said. I'm excited. I'm sorry, I guess everyone who acts chill about it, they were expecting to win an award. Not me. I'm jazzed. I'm absolutely jazzed. I'm the first person in rugby who's ever won an ESPY. Male or female, for any category. I don't need to be graceful. That's crazy. That's awesome. And I'm super excited and so honored to have gotten that. I'm very proud. And I don't need to be graceful. I am.
But you were graceful.
I was graceful, but I just think that I think people just loved it and loved my reactions and loved it because they're so used to people being so da 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 and thank you so much and we did this, but I mean, how cool that I won that and that I got that award. You even see us when I win, I fist bump because it's just. I'm not expecting that. It's just so fun. And I feel like we're so taught to be so measured and so quiet, but be proud of yourself. Pump yourself up. You did that. I did that. I got myself up there. And this idea that we have to be like more demure and quiet. Like people just seem to love when I'm myself. And if people can understand the power it is to just be who you are, people really like, everybody was complimenting on my speech. Gypsies, they loved how, you know, how just true and honest and authentic it was. And it wasn't perfect and it wasn't, you know, filtered. They just loved that. Fuck grace. Go with it. Humbleness, be humble, but also understand you're worthy and deserving.
Let's write that all down. Ilona, that was some fire you just dropped.
Second ESPYs acceptance speech there.
All of your sections of that speech, Ilona, was so good. Just the
so
entire
much.
time, like you like hit it. And I just think starting off with like your girls and then to be able to go see them the next morning and be with them.
That's cool.
Amazing.
You know what I was thinking of? If I wouldn't have done this, but also would have been good, was I should have been like, and next time ESPYs, you can just let me host. I am free to host next year. I have nothing on my schedule at that time. I'll clear my schedule. I will be funny. I will be charming. I will bring everybody up. The only people I will possibly make fun of are a few men. And that's it. But other than that, you've seen what I can do. They're going to be laughing. They might cry. Vibes will be up. People will be in love with me. Just give me a call, okay?